Hello again, Andy with Handy Andy Handyman, Handy Andy on Demand. Welcome back to a project run through over in Marietta. We love coming out to these older houses, especially ones like this one is masonite siding. And the only reason the siding is still in great shape is this homeowner for years hand painted this house. And as he got older, he just wasn't able to keep up on it anymore. And now his family is trying to make some repairs for him. It's interesting because every contractor comes out here, tells these people two things. You need to replace all your siding, and you need to replace all your single pane windows. And neither of those things are true. The first test of siding is he hand painted it and caulked it so it's in great shape. So when you look at the bottom edges of the siding, see like in here, down here, see how uniform they are all the way across? It means they're in great shape. So if they can see their way to cleaning this and hand painting this now, this siding will be good for another 10, 20 years or more, really indefinitely. As long as they come back and hand paint it every 10 years, this siding will be here for 200 years. So they do have some rot, and it's really because he didn't caulk in the butt joints. He caulked the nail heads, a lot of them, but right here you can see where it pops out, where two joints come together. That's what we call a butt joint. So we'll replace these bottom 3 rows on the right side. This window right here, people are telling them that this window is rotted out. It's not. It just needs to be scraped and painted, and that's it. And so the rest of the siding on this side is in awesome shape. We're kind of going backwards because we're running out of daylight here, so I apologize for that. Back at the deck, they'd like to take down this trellis right here and install a railing similar to what she's got on the other side of the deck. We'll show you that in a second. And then have a little step down 2-foot section right here. The homeowner's getting a little bit older and just wants a handrail there now. At this section of deck right here, there's about 12 boards. Wherever they're split like this, it's a good idea to feather the bottom edges or the corner edges here with clear sealant, and it'll keep the water from absorbing, especially with the new wood that they have. This is old pressure treated wood, and the only reason this stuff rotted is probably this house was a rental or something at one point in time where whoever was living here let leaves and stuff build up on the deck and it rotted it. Otherwise, this deck would never rot. If you keep up on your staining, even the new pressure treated wood, it won't rot, but this is old school stuff. And unfortunately, it's rotted a lot of the joints. And then whoever installed it originally, I think the homeowner, he didn't drill pilot holes, so the wood split on every screw. He did it with screws, but he skipped that one step of pilot hole drilling. This side is a 16-foot section of deck. They've got a bunch of boards here. I think there's 13 rows in here that are just all checked and split. And it's just to the point where they need to be replaced. On this section of deck, they've got a few boards out here as well. It's kind of scattered around. Most of the boards behind this pump right here are the same issue. They're just so split. You can see they're so rotted through now that they just need to be replaced. And as you come around the deck out back, this side I really wouldn't bother with so much. She's got one right here the guys would probably do. My brother will be on this job. We've got 30 guys, so it's me and my brother and a crew of 30 all over Metro Atlanta. Back here on this part of the deck, he forgot to build a joist right here. You can't really see it, but when I step, my whole hand goes. And they'll tighten up these posts and rail section back here. So they got a few boards on this section. And then back here, you can actually see someone's been through, another contractor giving a bid is X some of the stuff. See how bad this is rotted? And the reason this is rotted is this is newer wood. So the owner replaced some of this stuff at one point and it just rotted out. So they've got about 10 rows all the way up through here need to be rotted or replaced, I'm sorry. There's a part of these projects that people always overlook. These are old school lead vent boots. So they've redone the roof, but all these are leaking. See how they're raised? They need to just be re-nailed and sealed. There's one there, here, and there's another one on the other side. Both sides on the front and back, these edges over the roof line, the bottom 4 rows need to be replaced. On this section of siding through here, the bottom 3 rows at the right rear corner, this drip cap all the way across. And then on the other side of that tree, there's about a 12-foot section of 1x8 freeze board that needs to be replaced. And then back here along the back rear of the house, same thing, bottom 2 rows, bottom 3 rows actually right here. And then the challenge that we'll have in this area is there was a wooden drip cap that ran through underneath here, and this homeowner built his deck to it instead of removing that and building it and flashing it to the house. So my brother's gonna have to come up with a custom piece that'll fill that gap with pressure treated and slide it into the bevel so that we can keep water from getting in there, because right now you can't really see it in the section, but the rear sill plate on the back of the house is rotted through in different places, especially right here in this corner. So we'll fix what we can for now. and then just replace the rest. You can kind of see where it's been catching water right in here. So that's why it's the bottom 3. You can't piece in rows of siding like this. You got to replace your entire row, corner to corner. And then this back corner over here is actually in good shape. The sectional gutters, we actually use a vendor that we've had forever. We come out with a gutter machine and do this stuff. So on projects like this one, this customer will actually get the gutters at cost. They'll deal directly with our vendor, which is basically half price. So we're really about the relationship. We always have been. It's hard to believe that I started this company 27 years ago. I love hanging this yard. This homeowner has so many daylilies and plants and just all kinds of stuff back here. So you can kind of see where the siding is really bad back here in the right corner right here. And this drip cap is rotted all the way through, and you're not gonna see it real well. She's got a light on back here right now. But right above that light, if you look into the corner right in here, this is all rotted out. But the rest of the siding is in perfect shape. And it amazes me how many contractors will come out and try to talk her into a $30,000 siding job. This whole left side of the house is in great shape, except for the gutters. My guys will come through and look at everything on ladders, but it's all in pretty good shape. She really needs to trim a couple of these trees over the roof line back here. And then when you come around the front side of the house, she's got the same issue on this left front corner right here. The rotted drip cap all the way through here, all the way across the front left of the house, and then 3 rows up. The trick to this siding is contractors will come out like us and they'll say, oh, it's the bottom 2 rows, but they know they're gonna work their way up this to remove each piece, and before you know it, they're past the window. They're just running the ticket because they don't know how to remove the siding carefully without damaging the upper row. The trick is to lift it gently, very gently, and then cut the nails from behind, pull the nails out, and then you can slide your boards out. All the siding was blind nailed. This gutter, we see it a lot. This is a vinyl sectional gutter. It doesn't belong on your house. If you have it, get rid of it. It's gonna be hard to see it right now, but because it dripped over here for so long, it's all rotted. You got about a 6-foot section of rot right there. The posts are rotted, and they're really expensive to replace these posts, so the customer's trying to save some money. And we can cut this off, piece it in with a 6x6 underneath, and then trim over the front and the back to give it some stability. And I think we'll be fine with that. But I'll defer that to my brother. My brother's the master carpenter, not me. He can do amazing things with wood. We've got 2 or 3 master carpenters in our crew that the work they do is unbelievable. She's got a rotted fascia board up over the roof line here, and the same thing is in the back, the opposite roof side back here. She's got 4 rows right here that are rotted. The key to doing this siding in here is that to have your contractor or us or whoever, if they're installing hardy plank siding here, or any siding, feather the bottom edge with clear sealant. And it'll protect that edge, keep the water out, and it'll never rot on you. She's got a little bit of rot at the garage, not a lot. This corner fascia board right here, she's got a little 3-foot section. And then she's got a few rows of siding right in here that are rotted as well. But outside of that, the house is pretty straightforward. It's a great house. What you love about these houses is you can't buy houses built this well anymore. Nice neighborhood, cul-de-sac. So we love working for them. What's pretty cool about Handy Andy is we do everything. She's got, I forgot to put on the video, but she's got a blown seal on a French door back there. That door unit's $1,500, $2,000 installed. I can replace the glass in it for $300. We actually make them. We have a factory that we make those windows, usually in a day. You'll see one of us running around trucks like this. We do everything on houses, A to Z. One call does all. We just don't do swimming pools and air conditioning, but everything else. So just be patient with us. You can reach us directly at 770-265-9017, or you can catch us in the office at 770-912-2829. I'm Andy. See you at the next house. Bye for now.